I'm going to be eating like an AFL player for 24 hours. You're hitting basically every energy source here. I can't lie, that was pretty hard to get down.
So this is from Christian Petrarca's TikTok.
Let's blend this up. Pretty much just looks like something you'd get from Boost Juice. I see why Petrarca makes these. Look at that. If you want to be in the 1%, you have to do what 99% of people aren't willing to do.
That's really, really sweet, man.
And I'll be honest, feeling pretty tired. So here's the pasta. That is just beautiful. Probably my favorite meal so far today. I'm going to be eating like an AFL player for 24 hours. Now, I've already been shopping. I'm gonna go through everything I've bought. And just before we get into this video, I do want to explain, this isn't exactly how to eat like an AFL player. This is just based off a lot of research that I've gathered from AFL clubs, health nutritionists, and AFL players themselves. Now, I'm gonna explain the three main energy sources, which is protein, carbohydrates, and fats. The goal of this diet is to hit all three. I've sorted everything into the order that I'm going to be eating today. So like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then meals in between. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it as realistic as possible. So I'm gonna do a couple training sessions today to kind of replicate what a footy player would be doing in their day, so that way these meals, I'm not just eating them, I'm actually putting them to the test in performance. So after breakfast, I am gonna be going to the gym, doing a gym session, and then after lunch, I will be doing a running session. So we'll start with breakfast. So breakfast is really basic. We're just gonna be having eggs on toast with avocado and then a fruit salad bowl. So the fruit salad bowl, I've got an apple, an orange, strawberries, and berries, and then obviously free range eggs. So I'm gonna be having 4 eggs and then 2 pieces of toast. I wanna put my protein higher than my carbohydrates, only because I'm balancing the amount of carbs I'm having throughout the day. Now, straight after the gym, before lunch, I will be having a recovery shake. So in the recovery shake, it's pretty basic. I've gotten this whey protein, which is vanilla flavored. Now, I got vanilla flavored. It was the only one I could get my hands on today, but if you get a non-flavored one, that is really popular for athletes because it's less calories. I've then gotten a sort of mixed berries, certified organic. So yeah, mixed berries again is a really good way to get your nutrients in, mixed in with your recovery shake straight after the gym. Now here I've got a scoop of peanut butter, so this is a really good source of protein and also an easy way to get calories in. We've then got Yo Protein, so man, these are so good. I have these probably every day. So one of these Yo Pros has 15 grams of protein. Now the last thing that I'm gonna be putting in my recovery shake is actually spinach. Now this is really odd for me because I've never had spinach in a recovery shake, but upon the research that I did, Christian Petrarca, for example, he put spinach in his recovery shakes, and I've actually come to realize that spinach has so many benefits. I'm not gonna go and word all of them now, but there is a massive list, and if you're an athlete, spinach is actually really, really good, which is crazy because it's just a leaf. Now I'm gonna move over to our lunch. Now, I've chosen to go with salmon for lunch. Because I'm gonna be hitting a pretty hard running session straight after I have lunch, I wanted to keep it fairly light, but still hit my protein sources, my carbohydrates that I need to hit without feeling too bloated going into training, because that's the last thing you want. So the best source of protein that's fairly light is salmon. So I've gone with this marinated salmon skin on. This is my favorite type of salmon from Coles. And then on the side of that, there will just be a bit of salad with some French dressing, just keeping it very simple. Now we're gonna move over to dinner, which is pasta. I'm gonna be putting mince in it with, mince sauce, penne pasta, very simple. You really wanna be having a large serving of pasta, especially after a full days of training. You wanna replenish your body and get as many carbohydrates and a slight bit of protein in as well at the end of the day. And just some small things that I'll be having throughout the day as well, that these aren't necessarily necessities, but these do make those 1% changes, and I'd highly recommend if you are playing a high level. So the first one is dark chocolate. So this is 70% dark chocolate. For those of you who have a sweet tooth and you always maybe finish the night feeling a bit peckish, you're about to go to bed and you feel that sense of, I need something sweet. The best alternative is dark chocolate. There actually are some pretty interesting benefits of dark chocolate. It actually improves brain function, heart health, and mood. And obviously the cons is it is still high in calories and fat, less than your average chocolate, but still best alternative. I'd highly recommend it. Now these two other things that I've gotten is some Powerade electrolytes. So electrolytes is really, really important, especially for footy players, because you're outdoors a lot, you're in the sun, you really need to be able to stay hydrated, and electrolytes allows you to do that. It's actually scientifically backed that people that take an electrolyte supplement are able to stay better hydrated throughout the day. The only bad thing about Powerade electrolytes is it is pretty high in sugar, so just keep that in mind of how much you're taking. The last thing I've gotten, which I've actually never tried one of these, is one of these Elite Energy gel packages. So this is the type of thing that you'll take literally right before you're about to run on the field. It's got 23 grams of carbs, so that's quite a bit for this small little package. So I'm gonna see if it makes any significant changes or helps me. I'm really interested to try this out because I've never had it before. Anyway, enough yapping from me. I'm gonna start with the breakfast. I'm getting really hungry. It's just hitting 9 a.m. So yeah, we're gonna get started, put everything away, get this fruit bowl and the eggs on toast ready, eat it, hit the gym, and then we'll go from there. All right, so this is a pretty filling breakfast. Definitely not how much I usually have. In what I have planned for the day in terms of training and actually trying to replicate an AFL player's diet, this is what I need to be eating. So you're hitting basically every energy source here. You've got your eggs, your protein, you've got your bread, your carbs, you've got your fats in your avocado, and you've got more protein in the YoPro yogurt, 15 grams as well. So plenty of protein here. And then in your fruits, you're hitting all your nutrients. So your vitamin C in your oranges, your strawberries is a really good source of magnesium as well, which I only just found out. Your apples is a really good source of simple sugars, like natural sugars. And yeah, berries obviously have a lot of benefits as well. So yeah, I'll let you guys know what I rate it in terms of taste and enjoyability. I can't lie, that was pretty hard to get down. Definitely one of the bigger breakfasts I've had, especially because me personally, I'm used to having something way lighter in the morning. I think it's the 4 eggs that got me, like having 4 eggs with like 2 pieces of toast. It's quite a bit. So yeah, it was really good though. The fruit bowl was so good, really, really good. Love the fruit bowl. That's kind of a pretty good breakfast that an AFL player would have based on the research that I've done. I've looked into a lot of these AFL players that are quite well known for taking their food and diet really seriously and post about it on social media, like Christian Petrarca, even Harry Sheezel has talked about it quite a bit. I'm gonna go hit the gym now, and then after the gym, that's when we are going to have our recovery shake. All right, I just finished at the gym. I felt really energized throughout that workout. I definitely think the fruit bowl really helped my energy and also the carbohydrates through the bread. I did a full body weights workout, which was about 45 minutes, and then I just finished with a quick 2K on the treadmill, really slow pace, just to get rid of some of the calories. Pretty much the only reason I did it was to free up some room in my body for the food and meals that I have prepared for the rest of the day. So now we're gonna be having our recovery shake. This is from Christian Petrarca's TikTok, but I've made a couple changes. So pretty much it's 1 banana. He uses half a cup of Greek yogurt, but I'm just using a YoPro. 1 cup of spinach, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I'm probably gonna put a little bit more than that, but it's up to you how much you wanna put in there. 1 cup of mixed berries and 1 cup of milk. I'm putting a little bit of electrolytes Powerade in there. Kind of weird. I think that's really gonna mess with the taste of this. That's why I'm only gonna put a little bit. Let's blend this up and we'll do a taste test, and man, I'm pretty excited for this. I'm very excited. I also forgot to mention to put ice in the mix. Man, already feels quite heavy, so yeah, it might be a bit hard to get down, especially after that big breakfast, but I actually am feeling quite hungry. Luckily I did that cardio. Hopefully that helps free up some room to get this down. Okay, this pretty much just looks like something you'd get from Boost Juice, like a mixed berry drink or something. I'm gonna quickly show you guys. Honestly, it actually smells quite nice. I can definitely smell the peanut butter. That's definitely a strong point. Smells really good. Let's try this. You know what? I see why Petrarca makes these. That slaps. I give that a solid 8 out of 10, honestly. That's actually really, really good. I'm glad because I don't really like spinach, I'll be honest, and you can't taste any of it. So you're getting all the benefits that spinach has and everything else that you've put in here, but it tastes really, really good at the same time. So definitely give this a go. So we've had our recovery shake. I'm just gonna chill out now for the next couple hours until lunch. So it's currently 11:30. We'll probably have a bit of a late lunch around 1:30, and then we'll go for our run to replicate an AFL's training program straight after lunch. All right, we've had our rest. It's been about an hour and a half. So it's currently 1 o'clock and we had our recovery shake at 11:30. So it's now lunchtime, feeling pretty hungry. So we're going with the salmon, already pre-marinated from Coles. It's my favorite salmon, like I was saying at the start of the video. And then some lettuce to go with it. I was gonna add rice with it for some extra carbs because I will be doing my running session after this, but I'm not going to be doing that only because this energy gel pack has 23 grams of carbs. And because I am kind of feeling quite full from everything I've eaten today, which I'm usually not used to eating this much, and it's only like just past midday, I just don't think I'll have room for the extra rice with the salmon. So I'm gonna have this before my running session and hopefully that will be enough to energize me. I'm gonna go ahead and cook the salmon and get the salad prepared. And then we're gonna eat that and then go for our running session. Look at that. That looks pretty bloody good. I gotta admit, I'm pretty excited to eat this. Some nice salmon with salad. Let's go ahead and eat this. I'm so excited to have this, man. I actually love salmon. Yeah, that's good. Try some of this dressing on the salad. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The salmon I really love. Like I love this marinated salmon that I get. Like I eat this, even before doing this video, I usually get salmon anyway. The only thing that probably pushes it from like an 8 to like a 7.5 is the dressing on the salad. That's my first time, I think, trying French dressing. It's not my favorite. Yeah, other than that, this is pretty good. Like it's super light as well. Anyway, enough waffling. Let's finish this beautiful lunch. All right, so that's lunch done. Feel pretty good, wasn't too heavy, just 2 pieces of salmon with some salad. I really enjoyed that. Definitely one of my favorite meals of the day. So now I'm gonna wait probably about half an hour before I actually go for my running session. So I'm gonna try and replicate pretty much how many kilometers an AFL player would run on average in a training session, which is actually 3 to 7 kilometers. So yeah, I'm gonna be running 6 kilometers today. I'm gonna give it about 30 minutes before I actually go and start the run. I wanna see how I perform in this running. And yeah, I'm gonna be taking this 23 grams of carbohydrates, this Elite Energy Gel, right before I start my run, just to get those missed carbs that I didn't end up having with my lunch. So that'll be interesting to see. Probably not the best way to get your carbs in, but still, it's just that spike of energy that you need before doing an intense run or workout. I did just want to reiterate as well that what I'm doing in this video is, I just want you guys to understand that this is something that's very hard to maintain if you're, a footy player who's either a junior or, age between 15 and 18, around that age. It's very hard to do this every day. The goal of this video is that if you guys find any of this information useful, you can grab bits and pieces of it and add it into your already diet. And it's all about the little things as well, like these small things of having that fruit bowl with my breakfast, which not everyone does. If you want to be in the 1%, you have to do what 99% of people aren't willing to do. So, and also the diet that you have for yourself can change depending on whether you're in season or in off season or pre-season. I'm gonna go do this run, and then as soon as we come back, I'm gonna start getting dinner ready, which is pasta. So I'm basically gonna spend an hour preparing the sauce. Let's go do this run. I'm about to go for the run. I'm gonna be trying this Elite Energy Gel thing, rating it out of 10 on taste. Obviously I won't know if it helps in any way until after or when I'm doing my run. 23 grams of carbs, so that's really, really sweet, man. I do not like that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like that. I mean, no wonder it has 23 grams of carbs in it. That's really strong. Jesus. Oh my God, I need some water. I'll be honest, you gotta try it for yourself, but very, very sweet. If you like sweet stuff, I guess you'll love it, but would I recommend it? Taste-wise, no, but
I'm sure it will help me with a bit of an energy spike, so probably still worth it.
All right, so I've just got back from my run, and I'll be honest, feeling pretty tired from cooking all day and 2 pretty intense training sessions. So I'm definitely feeling sore, definitely starting to feel tired, but this is the last meal for the day, which is dinner, and it's pasta. So we're gonna start getting that ready. It's been pretty good so far. I've learned a lot, and it's been a pretty cool experience being able to eat like an AFL player. So let's get this pasta ready to eat. So here's the pasta. Very, very nice, very nice. Signed me up on MasterChef already. And the amazing sauce, look at that. Very, very good. Honestly, cooking actually takes so much out of you because I've been cooking for the whole day. Plus all the training sessions have been pretty tiring. So I'm pretty excited to get this pasta in me and then pretty much call it a day after that. That is just beautiful. Look at that. I'm proud of myself, you know. We're gonna lather this up with cheese. All right, we're gonna try this pasta. I'm really hoping I did a good job with the sauce. That's pretty darn good. I say this in the humblest way. I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10 for the pasta. Probably my favorite meal so far today. That's good. Well guys, I'm gonna finish off this pasta now, the final meal of the day. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, check out the recent footy vlog that we did, which was basically me doing an AFL Players gym program. So this is kind of like a part 2 to that. And also I did a vlog while I was in Bali where I basically got beat up for an hour at a Muay Thai gym. So if you wanna have a laugh and watch me get beat up, go and watch that. Big things coming for the channel, especially the challenge videos that we've been working on. I know all of you have been asking a lot about what's happening with the challenges. Don't worry, we have some big things in the works, and yeah, I think you guys are really gonna like what we have been working so hard on. As always guys, follow your vision, and I'll see you in the next video.